thumpulling definitely works. Thumpulling is basically the concept that you put your thumbs in your mouth and try to expand your palate. And I know what you're thinking, oh, is this dangerous or isn't this hurtful? And honestly, I understand your concern, but if you're interested in becoming more attractive and like giving relatively fast results, thumpulling is something you should definitely consider. And with fast results, I mean like 4 millimeters of expansion in like 1 year. It's not really that much, and honestly, but you can get faster results if you do it right. 4 millimeters, just something that I heard from 2 different people. One got it in like 12 months, the other in 9 months. So there is a huge variation of like age, how open your sutures are, how much you thumped before, and basically those things, how good your other habits are that influence facial development. And there are a few things that I could give you, that, like tips that can help you. 3 parts to thumpulling. First, the actual thumpulling. Second, the sutures in your face. And third, the muscles in your face. The muscles in your face need to be stretched out so your bones can actually move. This is not the first thing that I do. The first thing I would do is stretching your sutures. The sutures are the bones between, the sutures are the area between 2 bones in your face. You have multiple sutures that you can stretch in order to make them more plastic, so they are able to let the facial bones move. All right, there's one right here, one right here, one here, one here, like on the other side, of course, every time, and one underneath, like you trace here, underneath here. And you essentially just press, for example, if you want to stretch this suture, press in, and then the finger you pull outwards, you breathe in and out, and you can feel it, but most likely if you're starting this new, you won't feel it really, but you can over time the sutures loosen up and actually allow you to do thumpulling with less effort. So it's essentially just giving you faster results and for less effort. So that's a thing I would recommend. Then the second thing is stretching your soft tissues, which is basically your muscles in your face. This means like here the masseter muscles, or the muscles underneath the cheekbone, and essentially the whole facial muscles. Because if these are tight, you can't really change your facial bones, because these muscles are too tight, and they essentially, when you try to expand your face, they press it in because they are so tight. Yeah. Now to the actual thumpulling. Thumpulling is such a controversial topic, but I would just tell you something that you can do if you just want to get results and feel like it's working or it's not working. Do this for a month, and you should feel something. And also do this and soft tissue stretching that I talked about. You essentially, there are 3 points in your palate: the palate at the back, the palate in the middle, and in the front. In the front is essentially where you have your teeth, like your sharp teeth. When you go 1 teeth behind that, that's your premolar area. You put your thumbs in, go in the middle of the suture, like go in the middle of the palate. Is like, think, here are my teeth now, here are my teeth, and the suture is right in the middle of my thumbs. So essentially here, that's what it looks like. And now I press upwards, and then I just a little bit go outwards, just a little bit. Okay, you hold this for 10 seconds, and you do this like not just 10 seconds. It depends on how much you do. You do it like 30 seconds, all right? Then you go to the point behind that, like you go a little bit behind that. Then you do this again. You press upwards, and you're just a little bit separated, okay? And it's important that you don't just think like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do that, because that will only hit your teeth. You will only tilt your teeth, and that's not really what we wanted. Specifically that you press upwards and outwards, okay? And then you go on the back, the same thing again. We have the middle of the suture. In the middle of the palate, we have a suture that's right here. And this is essentially the suture we're trying to stretch. There's just a few things that probably will get you quite good results if you're actually consistent and do it like 3 times a day and do it for a few minutes every time. So